Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're doing a full face of e.l.f. Cosmetics today. We are featuring the brand new Camo CC Cream. I'm excited to see how this is going to play out on my mature skin. We're doing a 10-hour wear test. I'll give you my thoughts compared to the IT Cosmetics one. We are also trying out the new, very popular viral TikTok putty blush that e.l.f. just released and a plethora of other e.l.f. items. So without further ado, let's get started.
The sun's going down as I try to make my way through the crowd. Feeling alive, I love being by your side, it makes me shine. We got one summer, so let's make it count. You make me feel like everything's alright. Let's dance our problems away in the night. Love being right next to you. You'll be on my mind, I'll be dreaming about this till the end of time. We are young, we are free, down for the ride. Might be over tomorrow, but we got this day forever.
Alright you guys, before we get started, I'm Christy. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. Join my lovely glam fam. I do upload new videos every Sunday at 8 a.m. Pacific time, and when I'm not on YouTube, you can follow me at Christy Allure on Instagram or on my blog, christyallure.com. I will have the timeline right there because there's a lot to cover. We have a lot of e.l.f. products to go through today. I'm very excited. I will only be ranking this one at the end, and then we'll do a 10-hour wear test to see how all these products just perform on my mature skin. Please give this video a huge thumbs up, hit that like button. I really appreciate it, you guys. And if you can please utilize those affiliate links if you decide to purchase all these products, it really does help support my channel. Let's just roll over into the application process. All right, you guys, let's just jump right into it. There are so many products. So I already did prep my face with the Holy Hydration Face Cream, and this is the fragrance-free version. There are a couple of versions of this, I want to say, on the website. I will show right there. But what a fantastic price point for such a very moisturizing, feels almost like luxe type cream to it, you know, just like a really rich moisturizing cream. But I like that it has no fragrance in it. We'll see. I've never used this, so I don't know if it's gonna break me out or not. So hopefully it won't. It is packed with some really great skin ingredients like hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, squalene, peptides to really help protect that barrier on the skin. So it's supposed to be really good for sensitive skin types. And then I also did put on this 50 milligram CBD eye cream. This is a really nice eye cream. I cannot believe it's one of their higher priced items, and I don't know if it's because it has the CBD in it. At $15, you get 50 milligrams of CBD. I also have the 5 milligram CBD lip oil, a soothing lip oil that leaves lips soft and subtle. And this is $13. So again, I think their CBD line is a little bit more higher priced. I have never used CBD products, so I'm not really that familiar with, I know where it's derived from, but I'm not really familiar with the effects of it, but it feels really good on the lips, I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna try the Poreless Putty Primer. I did get the brush that supposedly goes with this product. This is $6. And this is the Putty Primer Applicator. So it has like a nice fluffy end to it, and then has like that little a plasticky spatula thing that you can actually dig the product out. So we're gonna try to do that. And then we have the Poreless Putty Primer that runs $8. There is also a matte one and a luminous one available. So I will show right there what each one of them does. It's supposed to grip the makeup for all day wear and flawless finish. It's infused with squalene for optimal hydration. It has a more smooth, velvety texture that's supposed to glide on the skin effortlessly and smoothly. And it's perfect for all skin types, this poreless one. But if you're oily, I would probably assume the matte one would be better. And if you're dry, maybe the luminous one will be better. I am normal to dry. Sometimes this winter, I really haven't been that dry. I've been more just normal. So obviously it's supposed to be kind of a dupe for the Tatcha one, but I have the Tarte one on hand. I can't find my Tatcha one, but it does remind me a lot of the Tarte one. I will say that the texture of the Tarte one is a little bit smoother. So I will say that, but you know, you're only paying $8 versus, I don't know, I think this is like over $20, almost $30, I want to say. So huge difference in the price point. It is supposed to be a lot like the Tatcha one too. Tatcha one is very good, but it's very expensive. So all I'm doing is I'm scooping out the primer like that. And then what I'm going to do is put it on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to take the fluffy side of it and just kind of swirl it around. And then I'm just going to kind of press that into my pore areas. I'm not going to go all over the face, just in the pore areas of my skin. I mean, you can always do it with your hands, but I'm going to do it like they recommend with their brush. So I'm assuming that's why they came out with this brush. And actually, I really have been liking to put my primers on with brushes these days. So let's go in with the Camo CC Cream. This is the color correcting full coverage natural finish Camo CC Cream. Skin loving ingredients with collagen, peptides, and niacinamide. This is supposed to be a dupe for the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. Let's put them both on the screen. I have used this IT Cosmetics CC Cream in the past. I used it for about a good solid 5 days. I wanna say like a couple years back, and I broke out. So it just didn't agree with my skin. So as you can see, the Camo CC Cream has SPF 30 versus the IT Cosmetics one that has 50 SPF. The Camo CC Cream comes in 20 shades, and the IT Cosmetics one has really bad shade range, and I really hope they fix that because we are in 2021 where companies really need to step up their game on shades and undertones. Obviously, the IT Cosmetics one is more geared towards mature skin, and it has those anti-aging serum benefits in it. But the E.L.F one doesn't fall short because it is infused with some hydrating, youth boosting ingredients to improve texture and tone to the skin. So I measured up when I put in my Dior, because typically Dior is like probably the best shade range for me. I don't know what it is. They just come up with the best undertones for my complexion. And when I put that in there, this is what it matched me with. So usually I'm 2WO with Dior foundations, and this was 240W, which is warm golden undertones, light with warm golden undertones. So I'm not sure if this is gonna match, but we'll see. This is what it matched me up to on their shade range finder, and that's nice. We'll see how this works out. This is really nice. I can't compare it. I don't have the actual packaging to the IT Cosmetics, but just knowing the product, this is very similar to it. And it has the pump, which is nice. So let's see how this works out. I'm nervous. I never know with, you know, I'm gonna do 3 pumps. I just did 3 little pumps though. We'll see how far that takes us. But this is kind of what it looks like, as just like squirting it on my fist, and then I will kind of just smooth it out for you guys. So that's the shade right there. It looks pretty darn good. So we're just gonna kind of just dot it on my face, I guess, just to get it off my finger, and then I'll take the remainder. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. It does come with a brush. I was gonna use that putty primer brush, but actually it does come with the Camo Complexion Duo brush. So I want to show you guys, it's very similar to the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Duo brush. I mean, it's pretty much a spot on dupe appearance wise and what it's supposed to do. I mean, I don't know if it works the same. I mean, this is a pretty phenomenal brush. This is one you just want in your kit. It has the concealer end, and I love it for blushes, and I also love it for foundation and contour, bronzing, any kind of cream products. It's phenomenal. So this is only $8. This is a $48. I mean, huge difference. So we're gonna see if it works out just the same. So this one is more like of a rounded top, and this one has more of like, I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's more narrow on the top. So this is more fluffy, rounded top, and this has like a different type of, yeah, it's different. I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of like almost like a fan, almost like a fan, but like a thicker fan type style brush. But we'll see. And then the end is exactly the same. So this is definitely more dense, I want to say. And this one is a little bit more sparse. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, before this dries down, let's get this foundation on. So we're just going to take that onto the brush and just kind of, and I also have the camo sponge. So we'll do the sponge on one side and then the brush on the other side, I guess. Let's see if this, I have to pull out these mirrors because it's more magnifying. So I'm just doing it on one side of the head. I do notice streaking with this brush, so I guess you can stipple it in there. You could probably just stipple it in there with the brush too. Always when you use a brush, it's supposed to give you more coverage. I talk about this all the time on my channel. I'm gonna put it on my eyes too. But I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's a little streaky for me on that with this brush. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of the brush. Let's try it with the sponge. I'm gonna just go over it, what I already did with the sponge. I've never used this E.L.F Camo sponge. So I'll just go over it. This is supposed to be for the concealer. I also have their Total Face sponge, so we'll use that one on this side. This has a different texture to it. It's not like my typical Beauty Blender or even Morphe or Dose of Colors one that I like. No scent to it, so very happy about that because my skin is really reactive right now and it really cannot tolerate any type of fragrance. So I was hoping there was no scent to it. Just the color is actually perfect. So spot on with the color. I am impressed. For this price point, you guys, if you watch my channel, you've been a subscriber, a supporter, I don't do a lot of affordable foundation or a lot of affordable makeup in general, just because there really isn't a whole lot I like, to be honest with you. I just tend to like more branded products, but you know, there is a couple, I've been collecting some. So I do have some other ones I will be uploading soon. I do like this sponge better than this one. I don't know, there's like a microfiber type texture to this one, which they do say you can use wet or dry. So I don't know if I'm a fan of that sponge. I'm a bigger fan of this camo one. It's more of like the texture I like, especially for liquid foundations. I'm gonna build this up a little bit in the areas that I need it. So just some of my problematic areas, and because I'm doing it with a sponge, it's not gonna go on too heavy. So just wanna try that. The concealer that I have is gonna, I can already tell you, I didn't pick it out too well. It's gonna be too light to spot conceal. So I do have to spot conceal with this product instead. I can really see myself using this for like an everyday makeup routine. And I think right now, especially since, you know, we're not really going anywhere, like you're just doing Zoom calls and, you know, meetings, or just staying at home, or just running to the grocery store or running errands. This is a fantastic foundation for the price point. I am so impressed. So I want to try out this Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. It's $10. It's up to 16-hour wear. It's infused with like cucumber, and it also is infused with green tea, and green tea is so good for your skin. So we'll spray our, actually let's just spray it on just real quick. But we're gonna spray our sponge. I just wanted to, it does have, it's not like too strong. It's not like a perfume scent. It's more of like a spa scent. What I like about doing this is I just feel like it really just gets that product in there and nice and blended. And it just kind of refreshes the skin before you go in with other products. So that's what I like about it. So now let's go in with the E.L.F Camo Concealer, the very popular one. So we're gonna use the 16-hour Camo Concealer with a matte finish underneath my eye, and we're gonna use the hydrating one on my contour line. I have been loving to contour with this color. This is Tan Walnut. So let's go over the comparisons between the 16-hour one and the hydrating one, and you can see the differences there. So the one I got in the under eye is Light Sand, and that's the 16-hour one, and that is light with warm undertones. I think I probably would have been light beige, which is light with golden beige undertones. I should have got that one. I don't know why I didn't. So both of those products seem to have some good ingredients. The reason why I didn't do the 16-hour for the contour is because in that area is where I'm breaking out the most. Like I'm not really breaking out any other area but right here, sometimes right here and under my nose, but mainly right here, and I don't know why. So I don't want anything that's too drying there. Like I just need to keep that nice and balanced, that area. And what I've noticed is if you go on your skin just directly with this contour, it's almost like it puts too much on there because you really can't gauge. So what I like to do is I like to put it on the back of my hand when I do these type of contouring, and I like to just really get it warmed up in the skin. What I'm gonna try, and I'm hoping this works out because this is not something that I have done yet, but let's try to use the back end of that duo. Let's put this to use, the $6 brush. And we're just gonna kind of go right here, right underneath. So I have some breakouts right there. I don't want to contour that area because all that's gonna do is make it look muddy because there's a hyperpigmentation right there. And I am gonna do a contouring video, so that is coming soon. Thank you, Amber, for suggesting that. Just remember that if you put any kind of, and I'm guilty of it, I've been doing it a lot lately, and it's making that look even more accentuated and even more muddy. All right, let's go in with the E.L.F Camo 16 Hour. Again, this is light sand. I'll show you the swatch on this guy. Yeah, this is gonna be way too light, but we're gonna make it work today. It's more pinky than I thought it would be. I did already prep my under eyes after I did the eye cream with this E.L.F eyeshadow primer. This is a Wayne Goss technique. I will be doing a video on this soon, and the point of this is to do your eye cream and then lock the eye cream in with the eyeshadow primer before you go in with your concealer, and you'll use a lot less concealer. So I did do that already. I think this is actually a really good one. It has a really good texture to it. It reminds me a lot of like the Too Faced Insurance one. Very good texture. Let's go in with this. It's gonna be very brightening, so don't judge. We don't know what color we are. This is all trial and error. Yeah, way too light. We're just gonna do a little bit. I don't know how this is. I've never used this. And we're gonna put right here. Again, that just lifts, gives you like a nice little facelift. So as you can tell, the blender just, you know, it makes it nice and it's not as noticeable. If I would have gone in there with a brush, it would have been way too, it packed too much punch there. I like the CC cream more than the concealer so far. I like the hydrating one, again, for contouring, but I just don't know about this one. I mean, it's okay. All right, let's go in with the setting powder. So the Halo Glow setting powder is supposed to be more of like a luminous setting powder. I'm typically not into the luminous setting powders, but we're gonna try it out. It does come in 6 different shades and it runs $8. So, I mean, can't beat the price point, and it does get a lot of good reviews. So we'll see. It does have like one of those little twisty things.
24 hours later.
So there is a sticker, and that's taking me 20 minutes to get it off, but it finally came off. So not a lot comes out, which is good and bad. And that's kind of what it looks like in the cap. Just a very translucent type powder. This is the light shade. I did get light just because I feel like I want to use it underneath my eyes, and I think this will be the best one. So we're going to take the camo sponge. I'm going to do what I normally do. I'm just going to tap that off onto the back of my hand so we don't have too much powder going on. So we'll go with the tip of the sponge and go into that cap area. Just get it nice and powdered up. I'm just curious to see how this bakes, because most powders I cannot bake with these days. It just, for me, it is a disaster. I end up getting really dry. The only one I can really bake with is my Hourglass one. And I'm baking loosely, not really like full on baking. All right, I do have the Primer-Infused bronzer, so we'll use that as the bronzer, but I also did pick up the contour palette. So this is the light medium contour palette, and this is a powdered one. It does come in another shade on their website, a medium dark version of this, and they also have the cream contour. What I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna mix those 2 bottom shades and powder contour with this. This is a $4 brush, you guys, so pretty darn inexpensive. All right, so I'm gonna mix those 2 together, kind of just put it in the pan right there and just make sure it's mixed. And then I'm just gonna go down the nose area where I typically nose contour. You just gotta trust the process because all this is gonna blend as we shadow too. And we're gonna take those two bottom shades. We're not gonna do too much. Again, I don't wanna go over those blemish areas, so I'm just gonna stay very, very low. And it's just giving a little bit more structure to the face. Let's go in with the brow products. So I have two different pencils. So one has like a fatter edge, or actually no, this one is actually just more of a thicker point. And then that one is a thinner point. So those are the two brow pencils I have. The Precise one is in neutral brown. Oh, I don't know if that's gonna even show up on me. And then this is taupe. Pretty darn good color. So the Precise pencil is $5. This one is $2. I don't know, the lift one. And then this is $4, the actual brow gel. So we'll see which one works. We'll start off and just kind of like define them, I guess, a little bit with the $5 one, the more expensive one. We're just gonna do just kind of more of a natural brow, I guess. All right, let's try the taupe one, the $2 one, and see how this one works. Oh, this one's good for filling in your brows quickly. So honestly, I would go with the $2 one if you don't have brows that you really need to define too much. We're gonna clean up the bottom part with the E.L.F Putty Eye Primer. This is supposed to be like the putty primer that we use, but for your eyes. This comes in 3 shades. It's $5. It kind of reminds me a lot of the coloring is, this one's cream, but it reminds me a lot of MAC Soft Ochre, the coloring. So that's kind of what it looks like on the skin. You can't really see it, it really blends in with my skin, but obviously not as pigmented. We'll take this Smashbox one. I know it's a little bit more pricey, but I don't have one from E.L.F. So we're just gonna take that on there and see if we can carve out the brows and use this as like an eyeshadow base. Okay. It's a little dry feeling, like very dry feeling. I don't really feel like I'm getting much out of there. All right, let's try the finger now. All right, that's interesting. It's not what I expected. I thought it'd be more creamy and smooth. It's catching on to my uneven texture, so, you know, I don't know if it's the best for mature eyes, if I'm being honest. Like maybe if you are a teenager, which is probably what E.L.F is really made for. I don't know how much it's made for mature skin, but yeah, I mean, it's okay. All right, now let's go in with the shadows. So I will show the swatches right there. They are $3 and it comes in 8 different variations. I have the cream and sugar. Then I also bought the Carnival Candy. I just wanted to try both of them. And I do have their fluffy eye brush. Again, it's a very tapered brush, so it's not really fluffy on top. So I really don't know how that's gonna work. So we're just gonna go with my brushes. So we're gonna go in with that mustard shade. Let's try this out, and we're just gonna put this into the crease area right here. Wow, that's some pigmentation for a $3 palette. I'm not mad at that. E.L.F has just really stepped up their game. I mean, giving us $3 palettes that are performing pretty darn good. Just to kind of diffuse out the edges, we'll take this guy right there, just the first matte shade, and we're gonna take, this is just a Morphe E27, but ooh, that's pretty. See how that just really diffused it out? Yeah, that looks really good. Let's go in with this darker burgundy color and try that out. It's very creamy. I mean, look at how much pigment you get out of that. That's crazy. For $3? Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna take my Sigma E35, a more tapered brush. Holy guacamole, a good color. That is crazy. How, this is $3, you guys. Seriously. I mean, I could have done that in like 2 seconds, you guys. That was crazy. Going back in with that brush where we took that transition, we just diffused out with that lighter matte shade. Let's go back in and try out some of these metallics just out of curiosity. I'm gonna do this lighter one. I mean, can we talk about how pigmented that is? Holy guacamole. All right, we're gonna do this with a finger just because I have a feeling. Oh my gosh, you guys. Seriously? I am so impressed right now. Like, I'm blown away. I'm not really experiencing any fallout either, and I'm not even wetting the brush. We'll go over the edges with a smaller brush. I'm gonna take this Sigma E42 and go back into like that reddish brick brown color and just kind of go right here and just really make sure we're carving out that edge just to give it a more defined crease. Now I'm going to combine the two. That's another way of blending really well, is taking the two shades together and then going over the top of that crease. It's just another way to start getting that blend in. All right, going back into that Sigma brush and just blending now. I love this Sigma E35. It's like one of the best eyeshadow brushes. So pretty. I did pick up this E.L.F shader brush. I'm gonna try to do it for the brow bone. I think this would be oh yeah, that's gonna be a perfect brow bone. Let's go in with that lighter color. This is like a $3 brush, you guys. This is the eyeshadow shader brush, I think, but this is a perfect brush to do your brow bone with. When you do brow bones, I would kind of make sure that there's not a lot of kickback so it doesn't go into, yes. Perfect. I mean, that's a perfect brow bone highlighter brush. Oh my gosh, I have an expensive one and this one is just as good. I'm just gonna go in with this Morphe no number like pencil brush. And what I like to do lately is go in with the darkest shade first and then blend. I'm just gonna take this on the outer corner, make most of the pigment right there, and then drag whatever's left over into the inside. And just build that up later, but concentrating more on the outer edge. Now I'm gonna go in with a flat liner brush on that same dark color. Okay, just really, it doesn't matter, any type of flat liner brush. And then I'm just gonna press that. And I'm gonna go into the reddish color, okay, that we used. And we're gonna kind of go in reverse order now and just kind of diffuse out the darker edges with this one. So beautiful, right? Oh my goodness. It just kind of starts matching it up to this top area right there, and we'll clean up the edges later. Oh, I mean, you could stop right here and that's a beautiful look, but we are gonna go a step further. We're gonna use this blue because I'm excited. So I'm gonna go back into that Morphe same brush I was using to see something. Oh, let's just put it like right here. Ooh, ooh, this is giving me the feels. I am going to pop on these lashes in a second. These are the Foam Ink lashes. They run $5. They come in 7 different styles. So I'm gonna pop these on off camera so I don't take too long, and then I'll be right back. I don't usually do my lashes on camera because it just takes too long, but if you wanna see how I apply lashes, you can check out that video I did last year. You guys, I did have to go in with my NARS Eden powder because I didn't have a pressed E.L.F powder, and I just kind of went in there and just really like set things down. And after using this over that camo concealer, it's much better. And then I forgot to go in with the eyebrow gel when we were doing the eyebrows, but I did go in with this, and it is a good eyebrow gel. I don't know if it's the best one I ever used, but it gave me some color, which is nice. So let's go in with my bronzer because I haven't bronzed up the face yet and I'm feeling a little pale. So I'm gonna take my Chikuhodo brush and we're gonna try this primer-infused bronzer. Target only has 2 available, and Ulta I think only has 2 available, but if you go on the E.L.F Cosmetics website, you will find 3 shades there. So this was Perpetually Tan. So this is primer-infused, kind of like the Buxom ones. We're just gonna see how pigmented this is. Ooh, ooh, that's a pretty bronzer. Oh, you guys, what? Wow. Wow, you guys, that is gorgeous. And it's good because it actually, like, as you can tell, it went on effortlessly, and you can build it and it doesn't look cakey or heavy. Oh, that's beautiful. And that really just bronzes up my skin and kind of gives it back some color. Since I took that Eden powder, it kind of flattened me out a little, and this brings more dimension back to the face. But wow, I am impressed. Oh, and by the way, I forgot, I did get, I didn't realize I bought 2 of them, but that's okay, they're like $4. And I'm actually glad, because when I did the NARS Eden powder, it was a really good way to set the under eye area and to even go into that and really chisel out that lower cheek area. And you can do that with the Halo Glow powder as well. But yeah, I thought this is a very soft brush. Actually, let's just try it with this brush just to see, because I know that Chikuhodo one just makes every bronzer look amazing. So let's see if it works good with this one too. And this is a good little tapered one too to really fit underneath that jawline. So, oh yeah, so beautiful actually. So you can use this one as well. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm just a snob when it comes to my brushes, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, wow, this is pretty good for a $4 brush. I'm impressed. This is a really amazing bronzer. Oh my goodness. Let's go in with the blush. So this is a cream blush, and I have already tried this out on its own because I couldn't wait to try it out. And you guys know I'm a huge, the Patrick Ta one is that blush duo is my ultimate favorite cream blush. I do like the Fenty one, and I also like the Honest Beauty one, but I go towards the Patrick Ta one more than anything. This is pretty close. Not the same, but pretty close to it. So this comes in 8 different shades. I did go with Tahiti, and this is like a coral pinky color. I don't know if you're gonna get a good indication with my lights and everything, but oh my goodness, you guys. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna actually go in with the putty, the little E.L.F putty one that I was using. Same thing I was using all the products with actually, and I think it would be a good little brush to do this with. And you can do this with the blender too, but I'm gonna do it with a brush. So that's what it looks like on the brush. What I'm gonna do is just kind of tap off a little bit just to make sure. We're gonna smile, and we're gonna pray this goes over powder like the Patrick Ta one. And it does. Wow, yes. I like to go slow and build up rather than put a lot on and then be in a lot of trouble. And we're gonna go over this with a powdered one, the primer-infused blush. So we're gonna go over that with this. And this just gives you longevity too whenever you put a cream down underneath. The fact that this is going over my powder is pretty impressive. So I do have scarring and pores right there. So, you know, hopefully it's not gonna accentuate that. So that's what it went on aggressively, but that's okay. We can blend that out. Not mad at it. Again, around the temples and again on the nose. Just kind of where you would get sun-kiss glow. That is really, really beautiful. Actually, that brush works really good. So this is my favorite brush so far, this little putty one. I'm impressed by that one. All right, we're gonna go with my blender and just kind of go over it. I am really impressed with this little, yeah, that's amazing. All right, we're gonna try the primer-infused blush, and this is $6. It comes in 6 different shades. It is the matte. They also have like a luminous type one, but I'm more into matte blushes personally. So pretty though. Okay, let's go in. I don't have a blush brush from them, so we'll try it with this IT Cosmetics brush, the one I always use, and we're just gonna go over what we did. Oh wow, this is super pigmented. It's really pretty though. Again, primer infused, just like the, oh, wow, it's aggressive. All right, now I need to go in with a fluffy brush and kind of diffuse that out a little. I'll have to get some more E.L.F brushes. I don't have enough E.L.F brushes, but yeah, I mean, nothing that doesn't just blend out right away. You guys, like seriously, like how good are these products? Now I don't have any lips on, you guys. I just realized that. I don't have a lip liner or a lipstick from them, so we'll use my KKW lip liner, 12 bucks, and we're gonna use the lip plumping gloss, and this is in Cosmo Pink. This is $6. Just a pretty, very translucent type pink with plumping properties. And don't we all want just a little bit of plump? All right, let's line these lips real quick. I like the KKW one because I can fill in my lips so easy and fast with that one. I'm gonna put a little bit of my Pixie nude sticks. I'm gonna fill that in just a little bit lighter because this is such a translucent color. I just wanna make sure we're not gonna have any gaps. And then I'm gonna take that Cosmo Pink and just put it on. Beautiful. This could be worn alone too. This is a gorgeous, I put it on the other day when it came in and I was like, ooh, or not the other day, but when it first came in, and I was like, ooh, that's pretty. So even on its own, this is a really, really beautiful color. I love that plumping effect too. It's not like burning or tingling either. It doesn't have any of those feelings, even though I do like those little tingly burning sensations when I use those products. All right, let's go in with the highlighter. That's it. And then we'll do some spraying of the, actually let's spray the face real quick just to make sure that we are good to go. And this, actually, if you spray before you do your highlight's gonna gleam even more. So we're just gonna spray the face. Ooh, feels so refreshing. Bring that skin back to life. This foundation's holding up pretty good. Pretty good. We've already had it on for a few hours because I took a couple of breaks there. But yeah, wow. I'm impressed, you guys. Sorry, I can't stop looking in the mirror. Oh my goodness, I totally forgot I had this. Oh, so this was the Allure Best of Beauty eyeshadow, like creamy glitter shadows. They're supposed to be kind of like these Stila ones. I think they're kind of like dupes for it. Let's actually compare. So this is called Pinky Swear, and these are $5. It wouldn't have gone with this look anyway, so we'll do this on a different day. But ooh, that's pretty. Very beautiful. So that one is the E.L.F one alone by itself. That's what it looks like. And we have the Stila one. There's a little more pigment with the Stila one. This was not Kitten Karma, I thought that was, but still really pretty. So we'll try that out in a different video when we do another affordable look. So I did get this large pan called Looks to Try, and this had several different highlighter colors in there, and I thought it was really pretty. So kind of more like metallic-y type shades. Let's see if I can get that in there. But very beautiful, $10 you guys at Target. Oh my goodness, so incredible for the price. But this is the one I was most excited about. These are their metallic flare highlighters. So this comes in rose gold, metallic gold, and 24 karat gold. More hard pan than I thought. That's the white gold. I also have the baked one, I forgot about that one, in Moonlight Pearls. And I'll put the price point right there. We'll see if this one works. So it's a little bit softer. Ooh, that's pretty too. That one has more of like a pinky tone. We'll try the baked one first. Okay, that's what it looks like on the brush. And we'll just kind of pull that one. Not really seeing much there, are you guys? Yeah, I don't really see much. I don't know about this brush for a highlighter too. It's a little aggressive. I just messed up my eyeshadow. Yeah, I don't know about that brush. I'm gonna go back to my Wayne Goss one just because that's my favorite highlighter brush. And we're gonna try it with the 24 karat gold. See, it's weird because this one doesn't feel like it's picking up much on the brush, but we're about to find out how it's gonna pull on the skin. All right, let's try it out. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah, that one gives me more kick. Yeah, I like that one. It's a little bit more pigmented. I don't know about the baked one. Not a fan of that one. I don't know if it's my favorite highlighter I've ever put on my face, but it's very pretty for the price point. Let's look at this pan of here and see what we got going on here. Yeah, these are definitely more hard panned. Let's try mixing that guy. And see, that picks up more on the brush and that guy, just out of curiosity. Ooh, that's ooh, whoa, it's aggressive. That gave a lot of pigment. Ooh, that's pretty actually. If I would have went in lighter, that like lighter handed, that would have been pretty. Let me fix that now because we just messed that up. I think we have some winner chicken dinners. Like, there's quite a bit of products I really like. We'll start off with the products that I wasn't really that fond of. And let's start with the Poreless Putty Primer. I don't think it's terrible. It's not amazing either. So would I repurchase this product? Probably not. There's other primers that I like much better, but it's pretty good. I mean, if you like those type of putty primers like the Tatcha one and stuff like that, which I still think the Tatcha one's better, but you're paying 3 times the cost. I think Tarte Clean Slate is much better, and that's in the middle price point. It doesn't have a scent to it, so that's good. But yeah, I just don't think it's amazing, but it's not horrendous either. So not bad, but not my favorite. Since we're talking about the putty primers, let's go with the Putty Eye Primer. I don't think this is worth it. It's $5, yes, but I think you can spend $5 on other things. I just don't think it's not my cup of tea. I just felt like I mean, it did a good job of gripping the eyeshadows, don't get me wrong, but I would rather go in with the camo concealer and do that. So it's okay. It's not bad, but nothing I would repurchase again. These are just products I wouldn't repurchase again, okay? Just so you guys know. The Halo Setting Glow Powder. This is a huge fan favorite. So like I said, try it out yourself. You can't go wrong for $8. I'm not really a big luminous setting powder person anyway. I mean, the most luminous I would ever go would be, and it's not even luminous, but it's my Hourglass one. I just love that one. It's just my absolute favorite. So I would definitely stick to that one. So this is a no-go for me on repurchasing, but it's pretty. So give it a try if it was something that you personally like, especially if you're not really into powders and you have very dry skin. I think that is actually a phenomenal powder for the price point. The Hydra Holy Hydration Face Cream. It's probably in the middle for me. I don't think it's amazing. We're gonna have to see how it reacts with my skin, but I do like that it's fragrance free and it was very moisturizing and actually a pretty good primer. So that's why I'm kind of in the middle of it. The Camo Concealer. I don't know if it was the color. I just don't think it's amazing. I think it was better when I set it with my NARS powder, but I don't think it's amazing. So another one I'm kind of in the middle with. I might try and explore the light beige and see if I like that better. Don't hate it, but don't love it. I like this setting spray since it's right in front of my face. So the Stay All Night Microfine Setting Spray is a great affordable option to this Professional. I think it's a very comparable. I still think this one is more pore favoring, I should say, but this is a really good dupe for it. Oh, the brow products. So all of the brow products were okay. I think if you're on a budget and you just don't really like to spend a lot on makeup, then phenomenal for the price point. This is a really good precise one. I think maybe I'd need to go up a shade to really reap the benefits of it. I think it was just a little too light and it was a little hard for me to work with, but I did really actually like the $2 one. I think for $2, like that's crazy good. And the spoolies were actually really good on these. The brow gel, it's not going to grip and hold like the NYX glue one or the Anastasia or Benefit one, but you know, it's pretty good for the price point. You can't go wrong. So, okay, and I do like the color. The taupe was actually really, really pretty. The $2 eyeshadow base, I really liked this. My goodness, that was actually pretty good, especially for under my eyes. I think it works really good, especially for that Wayne Goss technique. And then as far as brushes go, this is the only one I didn't particularly care for. I have too many other brushes. That's why I wouldn't repurchase this one. And I don't think it's as good with, it's supposed to pair well with the Camo CC cream, and I just don't feel like I would ever use it. It was very streaky. So I think this Camo sponge was much better. This is an okay sponge. I mean, it might be good for like powders and stuff like that, so we'll have to revisit that. But I did like this one. This is massive. My goodness. It doesn't look as massive until you wet it, and then it's like, whoa, that thing expands out. It's almost a little too massive for me. My Dose of Colors one is the one I would go to. Would I repurchase this one again? Probably not. I definitely would not repurchase this one again, and it's nothing to me like the Heavenly Luxe one. That's just my opinion. It might work really good on your skin though, so just bear that in mind. This brush that goes with the Putty Primer, I think this is a phenomenal brush for $6, and you get that spatula at the end if you want to use it for other creams and products. I think this is a phenomenal brush for $6. So absolutely think this is worth it. I have 2 of them now and I will totally use them because I think they're really good for cream contouring, for cream blush. As you guys can see, it really worked really nice with that. Really, really good. So we'll have to see how they hold up and stuff like that, but you can't go wrong for $4. These little bite-sized eyeshadows, I am probably most blown away by these shadows. $6 that created a pretty amazing eyeshadow look for somebody that's almost 43. So I am impressed by the pigmentation, the metallics in this. That blue is insanely good. This is a perfect, this cream and sugar is just, I think that's what it's called, cream and sugar, right? I think that's what it's called. yeah, cream and sugar. I mean, it makes me want a coffee right now. But anyway, that's besides the point. Yeah, this is amazing for a very natural look. I am blown away by those shadows, like blown away beyond. And then I really like these primer-infused bronzer and blush. Like, what? Oh my gosh, so amazing. The metallic highlighter. I thought I was gonna be way more excited about this than... Oh my gosh, you guys, I almost dropped that. I almost broke that. I mean, at least it was only $5 or $6, whatever it was. But anyway, I thought I was going to be the most impressed by this. And I mean, it's okay. It's an okay highlighter. I'm more impressed with this $10 palette. And that was the one I thought I was going to least like when I first swatched it. So very pretty. I think it's worth $10 for all those shades. I forgot about the contour palette. The contour palette's nice. I don't think it's amazing, but it's nice. You know, again, if you're on a budget, I think this is, or you just don't like, some people just don't like to spend that much money on makeup. May have all the money in the world, but they don't want to spend it on makeup. And I think this is a really good contour palette for what it is. Is it my favorite one I've ever used? No. But I have expensive taste, you know, everyone tells me that. And then the holy hydration, that was the cream. The hydrating camo concealer, I do see that it's, I don't know if you guys notice this, but it's breaking up inside. And I did purchase this one, I think at Target. And I don't know why it's doing that. I'm just noticing that, you guys, but yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, but I like the color and I love the way it blends out. It blends out to perfection. I do really like this lip gloss. I really like this lip plumping lip gloss, and it is a gorgeous color and it feels so good on the lips. So very happy with that. We're still gonna give this a better run, and I'll let you know at the end of the day whether or not, you know, I love it or hate it. I mean, so far I like it a lot, so we'll have to see how it, you know, wears throughout the rest of the day. I do feel like it's accentuating my pores a little bit, just a little bit. It's getting a little cakey now, but I did apply quite a bit because I was trying to cover up some areas, so to be fair, but it's so far so good for $14 and a lot better than the IT Cosmetics one in my opinion. So let's wrap this up for right now, and I will see you guys in a little bit. All right, you guys, we are at the end of the day, and this is over a 10-hour wear test. I started at 9:30 this morning. It is 7:54, so it is late for me because I just really want to take this off and get in my comfies. But yeah, I mean, it held up so nicely. I mean, we're looking at almost 43-year-old skin here, like in a few weeks. Like, this is crazy how good a $14 CC cream is. I'm impressed. I really, really am impressed. I would like to see how it's going to perform with my normal powders. But the eyeshadow, can we talk about how beautiful this shadow is? And I will pull up that video right there, and that will show you guys just what it looked like outside of my studio, just downstairs in my living room, just to kind of give you an idea of what the foundation looked like up close on just my iPhone with no lights. But yeah, I mean, I'm impressed. Is it the best foundation I've ever used? No, but for $14 in a CC cream, I can see myself reaching for this quite a bit. This is the only product I'm going to do a ranking scorecard. I already went over all the other products and what I liked and didn't like, but I just want to focus on this because this was new and I'm very excited. So if you're new to my channel, I do a ranking system and we do 5 categories, and we're doing a total score of 50 and what my percentage and score would be out of 50. So we look at the first category right there, which is packaging. And this packaging is pretty phenomenal. Like something very sleek and very, you know, easy to travel with. The pump worked really nicely. So a solid 10 out of 10 for packaging for me. I'm extremely impressed with that. Let's move over into the shade range. That's second category. For me, it worked out perfectly. This couldn't have been a better color, honestly. Like, this is a gorgeous color. So if you're a twinsy, to me, 240W is definitely the perfect color. I couldn't have gone any darker or lighter. And it had a really good undertone for me. So I was really impressed with that. So shade range, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. 20 shades is good, a lot better than the IT Cosmetics one. That's why it's a 9 out of 10. But honestly, like for darker skin and lighter skin and some in between, we could still increase these shade ranges, and it's not just e.l.f. I mean, every company needs to get better at it. So I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 because I think it is a really good shade range for myself. So that worked out really nicely. As far as application goes, this is where I struggled a little bit on ranking this because I didn't like how it applied with the brush it supposedly comes with, but if I tried it with probably one of my other brushes, I might like it. So I still kind of want to play with it. That's why I'm not going to give it anything higher than an 8 because I do feel like it did apply good, but not to the perfection that I see with some other foundations that I use that are higher end. So, you know, a larger price tag as well. So a good solid 8 out of 10. Let's move over into the product claims. I do like that this has very minimal ingredients in it compared to the IT Cosmetics one. Maybe you get more skincare, serum, anti-aging benefits, but sometimes putting more stuff in there is what negatively impacts sensitive skin like myself. So as far as product claims go, I do feel like it measured up to a lot of those as far as a 10.5-hour wear test. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. The reason why I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 is because it is like starting to separate in my pores a little bit. It's not as soft, but then again, I don't feel like I set it with my normal Charlotte Tilbury, which I really like. So I'd like to see how this plays when I try my other products with it and just see if it's a better combination for me, because sometimes it's just the right, you know, ingredients, right? Like when you make a cake, right? It takes all the right ingredients. Not that I know how to bake, so well, it's just a whole nother story. But anyway, if I was a baker or I was a chef, it takes the right amount of ingredients sometimes for a meal or a dessert to come out beautifully. And sometimes it's the same thing with makeup. It's just finding the right ingredients and mixing them all together to create a better canvas. So I really would like to see how this plays with my other products, and I might have a different opinion on it as well. But 8 out of 10 is still really good. My goodness, for $14, which rolls over into pricing, that is a phenomenal price point. So when we look at pricing, I'm gonna give this a solid 10 out of 10. $14 for 1.05 ounces, you guys. That is just incredible, especially when you compare it to a IT Cosmetics CC cream at a much higher price point with almost the same amount of ounces. So you can't beat that. Solid 10 out of 10, which brings me to a total Allure score of 45 out of 50, you guys. That's pretty darn good. 90% of me would recommend this product. I feel like that's a pretty good score, you guys. I'm not really a person that's into a lot of affordable and drugstore products. I mean, I just haven't always found, I haven't had the best of luck, I should say that. I do have some items that I really like, and I have a whole stash like I've been collecting of other drugstore brands, but I really wanted to focus on just e.l.f. Cosmetics today, and I really wanted to feature this. And I know I've had questions before on what CC creams I like, so this is up there, you guys. I'm really impressed with this product, very impressed. 90% of me really recommends it. And always remember, like, even if I don't give it 100%, or maybe it didn't work out for you, it's all different, right? If there's anything else you guys want to see, please comment below. I love hearing from you guys. Let me know your favorite e.l.f. product or your favorite drugstore brand that you guys kind of go to. If there's another CC cream that you guys really like, and just talk to me. I love hearing from you guys. And if you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you can get notified, because I do upload new videos every Sunday at 8 a.m. Pacific time. And be sure to follow me at ChristyAllure on Instagram and on my blog, ChristyAllure.com. Please give this video a huge thumbs up. Again, that really helps me out, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.